Hello, my beautiful keto family. In this video, I will tell you the why and the how to intermittent fast in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Talita from Shrinking with Keto. And at the early age of 32, I had a hysterectomy performed, tossing me directly into the menopausal pool. Now, throughout my ketogenic journey, I have lost over 190 pounds. I reversed my diabetes type 2 and regulated my hormones. I claimed my life back. And since then, it has become my obsession to help you claim your life back now. Full disclaimer, I'm not a nurse or a doctor or a medical practitioner of any sorts. All and any kind of information I provide you in my videos has to do with my own extensive research and personal experience, which I hope is plenty to help you. Okay, so now let's dive directly into the reason you pressed on this video in the first place: intermittent fasting. Let's start by defining what intermittent fasting is. Intermittent fasting is the deliberate action of not eating for a specific time within the 24-hour day cycle. Now, you're probably wondering, why should women in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause intermittent fast? Well, my personal belief is that everybody should intermittent fast, but it is especially beneficial for women that are dealing with our situations. I'm going to give you a couple of reasons right now. Let's start with a why. Reason number one, it helps insulin levels drop. Stop for a second. Let me say that again. It drops insulin. And insulin is responsible for a wide array of situations that we face during menopause. Studies have shown a strong correlation between menopause and diabetes, and insulin plays a major role in this, as women in their later years become more insulin resistant. When you are insulin resistant, your cells can no longer process insulin, and intermittent fasting can help seriously with this. Reason number two, and if you ask my opinion, a very important reason, intermittent fasting is currently, as we speak, being studied for cancer. So far, the results of these studies are very promising. And ladies, unfortunately, women in their later years seem to have a higher probability of developing some sort of cancer. From the stomach to the breast, you name it. Unfortunately, we're the lucky ones. Let me just take a moment and quote something from the article, The Role of Therapeutic Fasting in Women's Health. An overview. Fasting is a proven prognostic tool against cancer and other metabolic diseases. Now, if these two reasons are not enough for you to jump directly into the intermittent fasting boat, let me go on and give you an extra one. The third reason, fasting can improve mental health, brain fog, fatigue, depression. Yes, fasting can help with those as well. There is an increase in the brain-derived neurotonic factor, which rejuvenates brain cells. Fasting also improves bone health, which we all know how important that is for the aging woman. And if these are not enough for you, let me tell you that there are studies that show that fasting decreases the problems of cardiovascular diseases. Let me come close for this one. Fasting also increases something known as the human growth hormone. And do you know what the human growth hormone does? Well, let me tell you. The human growth hormone is responsible for cell regeneration and cell growth. Do you have any idea how important that is for the menopausal woman? It is crucial. And, for an extra tip, the human growth hormone has also anti-aging properties. Oh, but everyone's favorite, it also helps with fat burning. Fat burning, exactly. Which leads me straight into our final point I mean, if all the above have not convinced you yet, intermittent fasting helps. No, it doesn't help. It gets rid of the extra weight. Weight loss, ladies, weight loss. And specifically, the persistent weight that we have acquired around the belly area during the menopausal years. Okay, so now you're thinking, Talita, this is all great, but how do I go about it? Well, I'm about to tell you the how. But before I move any further, if this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please subscribe and press the bell icon so you can be notified by YouTube every time I release a brand new video. During menopause, we do not want to abruptly stress the body, because when we're going to stress the body, well, cortisol levels, the stress hormone, will go up. And when cortisol levels go up, guess what, guys? We get hot flashes and weight gain. And we do not want to do that. So let me tell you about how I would go into an intermittent fast during this period of our life. Start slow but steady. Choose 3 days a week, not consecutive, where you're going to have your last meal by 6 p.m. I don't mean sit down and eat at 6 p.m. I mean you need to have finished your meal by 6 p.m. And try to have your breakfast. Well, no, don't try. If you're intermittent fasting, do not have anything with caloric count between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next day. This is going to give us a 12-hour window for your body to start getting adjusted. When you feel comfortable with this, push the eating time a little bit further. Push it to 7 a.m., then 8 a.m. Do this slowly and gradually. Ladies, it's okay if it takes weeks. Just see where you feel comfortable with it. Keep pushing that eating window until you get to 11 a.m. And when you reach that point where you can have your last meal by 6 p.m. and your first meal the next day at 11 a.m., then you will have completed an 18-hour fast. Now, a lot of research that I have read shows that an 18-hour fast is ideal for the menopausal women. It stresses the body just enough to give you all the benefits from intermittent fasting, but not so much as to raise the cortisol levels. Once you have reached this point, let's bring it up a notch. Do not change the 18 hours, but do this instead. Try altering your fasting and non-fasting days every other day. So one day you fast, one day you don't fast, one day you fast, one day you don't fast, and so on and so forth. Then try altering the days every 15 days so that your body doesn't get used to the days it is not eating. Ladies, this is very important. While you are fasting, drink a lot of water. And you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, I drink water. No. Drink a lot of water. So you're probably thinking, what can I have while I am fasting? Well, you cannot have anything that has a caloric count. And please stay away from sodas, even if there's zeros and lights. This is still going to raise your insulin, and we do not want to do that. Now, you can have black coffee, even though it is not preferred for those hours. You can have green tea. Green tea is perfect. It is perfect for when you are fasting, and it is perfect for the menopausal woman. And now, how to break the fast. Ladies, please, do not start that breakfast by eating just anything. It is very important how you break the fast. Some people claim it is more important how you break the fast than the fast itself. So all the evidence shows bone broth. If you can break that fast with bone broth, that would be ideal. But a lot of you are probably thinking, Talita, at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., at breakfast, I'm really going to break the fast with a bone broth? Well, if you can't, then please stick to lean protein. Avoid dairy when you're breaking a fast, and let's not go really high on the fats. We can integrate those later, after half an hour, after an hour, and after a couple of hours of breaking your fast, just go ahead with your normal diet. Which brings me back to what I always mention in my videos. Intermittent is fantastic for the menopausal woman, but also in combination with a ketogenic diet. And if you want to know what kind of diet you should follow during perimenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal years, you can go ahead and check my video on it. First of all, congratulations if you're still here. So let me give you a little tip. During your fasting periods, you might go through phases where you feel a little dizzy, lightheaded per se. Well, there's something you can do that can relieve you of this instantly. Pink salt. All you need to do is pinch a little bit of pink salt in your water, or if you have the courage, directly in your mouth, and it will alleviate you of these symptoms immediately. Now, if you want a full list of the benefits of intermittent fasting for the menopausal woman, you can go ahead and click the link in my description below, where I have listed all the benefits of intermittent fasting for the menopausal woman. Oh, and the most important thing, chin up, princess, or the crown slips.